at me, fella. Look here.
Stand by.
One for C-Lab, two for Troy Eagle, three for Wolverine to round out the trio. In this episode, everybody dies.
Broadcasting live from inside the Power Band, this is The Blah. In this episode, everybody dies. What do I say next?
I'm your host.
I'm your host, the Wolverine, along with my intrepid hetero life partners. Head in a jar he go.
Yo.
And everybody's favorite teddy bear, Chad 2 weeks.
What up?
Welcome to the show, folks. This week we have a very special guest and a very special show. As many of you know, and some may not, the legendary icon of action and martial arts, the great Chuck Norris, passed away a couple of weeks ago, which is a huge bummer. But he gave us so much. And in honor of Chuck's passing, I thought it would be a good idea. We thought it would be a good idea to have Nick Marv on of the Rolling Stallones, whose favorite film of all time is Invasion USA, starring Chuck Norris. So that's what we're going to be exploring this week. What's up, Nick?
What's up, fellas? How we doing? Good to be back. Love what you guys are doing over here.
Welcome back, bro.
On Valverde. You guys, you're redecorating it nice over here.
It's been a while. Friend of the show, the Rolling Stallones. Theme tunes. Theme music by the Rolling Stallones. Welcome back.
Yeah, it's good to have you, man.
So, I mean, he put some words in your mouth there. You were saying this is your favorite Chuck Norris, not like your favorite movie. I mean, it can be your favorite movie, but
I mean, if it's on TV or whatever, I come across it, like, I will watch it. I
love that. Old school,
It's because, you know, it's hard to say you have, like, a favorite movie, like, but there's some that stay, like, within constant rotation, you know, that you flick through and maybe you're on Amazon Prime and you're like, oh, shit, it's free again, and you watch it, you know, and it's like, this is definitely one of those. You know, you guys also mentioned the possibility of having done Lone Wolf and Quaid. That's another one. You know, but Chuck is up there for me, man. You know, he was one of the what we call the Mount Rushmore of action in my household. Like in my household, like it was Chuck Norris, Sylvester Stallone, Schwarzenegger, and Charles Bronson. Those were the four guys in my house that were staples. And down
with that, dude.
Yeah, man. So like it was like those movies we always go see in the theater, regardless of how appropriate they were for me at that age. But so
that doesn't matter.
It doesn't. And there's a lot of good life lessons in this movie. So
I think it
made me a better
full.
person.
It's a hallmark.
Well, life lessons abound. Absolutely.
Absolutely, man.
It.
So I'm honored you guys have brought me on to honor Chuck Norris and represent the Stallones and talk the shit and shoot the shit with you guys, man. So I'm happy to be here.
Sweet. We're honored to be honored by your honoring.
and that honors me back.
Oh, God. So much honor. So much honor, bro.
Like a samurai.
I love it. Action. Mount Rushmore. Mount Actionmore.
Vesuvius?
Wait, Mount Actmore. Action more?
Let's be real. There's not a lot of acting going on with those guys.
Try more.
Mount Action more. Come back to me later. I can do better. Mount Try more.
Yep. I bet. I mean,
Mount Try harder more.
Yeah. Mount Try harder.
All right. Let's high level it. Nick, go first.
I got a couple of high levels regarding this. I think this is where
multiple high levels, dude. You're breaking the algorithm.
I'm coming heavy this week.
This week on DraftKings.
I've been taking those AG greens, man.
That's the way.
Hey, dude. AG
Friend
greens, bro. AG1 meets athletic greens. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, I think this is where Chuck started transitioning from like a martial arts star to an action star. And if you take like what I say about like Lone Wolf McQuaid versus this movie, Lone Wolf McQuade was like a Western, but he was martial arty. This one was just straight fucking action. Like he only kicked like 3 people in this movie. You know?
Yeah.
So I think this was a big transition for him.
Just the number of kicks is high. It's like that's the measurement.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, he still had to do it for Chuck's sake.
It's 2. The count
It was
is 2
more
in
than
this
2.
movie.
No, I mean, he kicks the guy
just
with a
going off
nice
what-
red Lincoln
yeah.
or whatever, and then I think he kicks the other guy in the room, and then he kicks the burnt guy
Kicks
at
the
the
dude
end,
in the
and then he kicks that
flashback,
other
too.
guy. Yeah. There's lots
That's
of
why,
kicking.
hey man, this is why we hate Let's Make Nuggets Not Fun, because it's inaccurate and it
They're
sucks.
real.
'Cause that's what that's what it said. It said.
But I feel
2
like
kicks,
I
but
feel like
clearly it
I'm
was
just
more.
to fuck with your high level. Like I feel like the way that you're supposed to watch this movie is with a 12-pack of Bud or a 30 rack or something. So like you're so drunk that you can't even count how many people are getting kicked, and you're enjoying the fuck out of it. You know what I mean? Like, so that
There's
makes
so
sense.
many explosions.
Sorry.
There's
So
just-
anyways, he
everything's
kicked 2 people.
No,
you,
but-
you go.
Yeah, but
Let's
it's
hear
a lot
3
more gun
more
and
of your high
explosion
levels.
driven. I like to sum it up as Chuck Norris takes the Canadian tuxedo, tears off the sleeves,
Dude.
straps the double Uzis, and fucks shit up for freedom, all through a series of
Totally.
explosive vignettes.
Yeah.
God, that was
I mean,
so
that's- yeah.
freaking poetic, dude. God, that was good.
And then my third one, which is like the life lessons, is Chuck Norris stops the commies so American teens could get laid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Damn, dude.
I love it.
Because
I
there's
love
multiple
this,
instances
man.
where people are
This
about to get
freaking
laid,
guy
young
came
kids.
ready to
It's like
chuck.
your own tagline high levels. It's like poster
Mm-hmm.
tagline high levels. I'm into it.
Were they commies though, or were they just like a ragtag group
Ben,
of
all of our enemies are commies.
terrorists
Both.
being
And all of our enemies
led
are
by a-
ragtag
by a
by
commie?
default.
You know, they were commies without being commies. You know, without it being overtly said. I mean, the guy was
It's like Cold
Russian.
War shit.
They had the Cubans.
was,
then there was
but-
the Chinese guy. You know.
Yeah, dude.
Was he Chinese or was he Japanese?
He was Chinese.
It was Rostov, man. Jesus.
As
Yeah,
much
I
as there
don't
was
know.
terrorism abound, they were communist terrorists, dude. They were hating on the American way. They blew up Christmas.
The fucking girl climbing
Definitely,
the ladder
bro.
and then getting her house blown up. I was
Blew
so
away
into
the
that.
dudes on the beach, man. You know, we got the guy with the gun, the pants gun and scene and the Coke straw. Like, dude, they were hating on America, bro.
Come on, man. It's called Invasion USA. He's rocking denim.
Dude,
just
it
like-
wouldn't be
But-
an 80s
but
like
why?
Russians doing
Exactly,
something
but
horrible, you know, movie unless we had,
they,
you know,
they like weren't
some-
trying to like overthrow the country or anything. Like they didn't stand a fucking chance. Like they,
No
they
way.
No.
couldn't even overthrow America's penis. Like,
That's right. They were, yeah.
they're just there to like, I don't know, blow shit up.
Cause some
Yeah, but
trouble.
there's that scene where Nico and Rustov are talking, and he goes, "Americans, soft, spineless decadents. They're
Exactly.
their own worst enemy." It was attack on the American way, bro. And in
know.
1985, 86, who was it? It was the Red Commies, bro. It was the Red Commies.
Yeah.
100%, dude.
I don't know, man. 100% pure
This is
love.
jingoist propaganda at its finest.
I mean,
Absolutely, dude.
it was definitely jingoist. Finest? Eh.
All right. Yeah, I mean, but it's up.
No, I know. I'm just being sassy. I'm being orange sassy squirrel.
Yeah, that's my high
times.
level there. What do you guys got?
What do you got, Benny? Sounds like we might be on the same motorcycle.
Motorcycles.
Oh boy, here we go. All right.
Here we go.
Not to speak ill of the dead, but Chuck Norris was not a fixture in my household.
Yeah.
And I never really, I kind of missed the boat on watching his movies at a certain age, I think.
Same.
So seeing them later in life, I don't know, if there's if it's nostalgia that's missing or what, but he just kind of strikes me as, I mean, I know he's not an actor. He's a martial arts guy, but he is trying to act and it's quite bland. That being said,
An unseasoned pork chop.
Yeah.
No salt.
A dried out fried one that's like
Dry with no
jerky.
salt.
But you can't mistake.
I read a review
Chuck
of
Norris
this, and
for
it was
a
something
thespian.
along the lines of this movie is as if, this movie is like Team America World Police without the irony.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
I'm gonna just second that. I'm gonna second that sentiment
There you go.
and leave it there.
Fair enough.
I love it. What were you gonna say, Marv? You had a retort.
I mean, no, of course, Chuck Norris, and I love him to death. And again, not to speak, he's not known as a thespian, man. Like, and he's not even charismatic. Like, if you look at like maybe Schwarzenegger or Stallone, they have a certain personality that carries it through. But I think one of the things that Chuck Norris has is that he's like a presence, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
It does.
Where he's not, he'll crack a joke and it's kind of corny or whatever, and it's kind of, it's flat. Yeah, I agree. The unseasoned pork chop, but his whole premise is him being like a presence of menace, like of just swift justice coming through, man. Like he doesn't have a personality, but he's got like a force behind him, if you will. That's kind of
That's
how I
fair.
look at it.
That's fair. I'll buy that for $1. I'll buy that for $1. I honestly wanted to come into this saying that Chuck Norris is to me what Redford is to you, but like I don't think that's fair. I just kind of want to like come at your
I had the same
Redfordisms.
thought, to be honest.
That's a deep hate.
but I don't think I actually have that deep
No, I
seated
don't
hatred
either.
for Chuck Norris.
I just really wanted.
like
I really wanted
a
to.
powerful ambivalence.
Dude, like I was watching this. I've never seen this movie. I've also very much missed the Chuck Norris boat. Like I'm aware of him culturally, and like I've seen him here and there, but it was just so ridiculous. And then like it was so ridiculous to the point where like you got to just accept it, and like it just washes over you as just the hilarity that it is. I don't know, like it was pretty fucking funny, man. It was so fucking ridiculous that I was into it. I really enjoyed the like, Everglades shit and the fucking boats, and then like the like 63 rockets into the thing, and like the really obvious shit. Like, let's definitely not go check and see if there's a body. We'll just assume that he's dead. Like all this really funny, like B movie shit. So like it was a ride, man. I definitely kind of. It was kind of like you take your little niece or your nephew on the ride, and in the beginning you're just like, fuck, go on this fucking ride again. And then like later on you're like, yeah, this is actually pretty fun. So yeah. I caught it towards the end.
It is a flat out ridiculous movie, and we could thank Golden Globus and Canon Films for that.
There you go. I mean, what do you expect from those
Shout
guys?
out.
It's
They
Buck
made
Wild
lots of
insanity.
those.
Yeah.
It's
Totally,
a 30
man.
rack next to you on the couch kind of movie.
Yeah.
A powerful ambivalence you have.
It was like they saw Red Dawn and Golden Globus were like, let's up this.
Yeah, let's do it.
Love that movie, and these two
Dude, that movie was
that movie.
ridiculous.
Dude, I just watched another video about why that movie's so great, and I was freaking cheering the entire time.
Oh my god.
Okay.
All right, let's get hyped. Get
Now,
hyped.
well-
Kev's on the mic.
While I agree with Ben, or similarly to Ben, Chuck Norris was not a staple in my stable of action heroes growing up. Not for any particular reason, right? I don't know what like he did so many martial arts movies, then he made the transition, right? Like Ben said, and I don't know, somehow he just missed the boat on that, and like I don't know. I never really got into it. So like I've seen Code of Silence, I've seen The Octagon. I mean, this is like so long ago. I couldn't tell you anything about either film, but like I never like held anything against him. I just kind of missed the whole thing.
Mm.
And I agree that Chuck is definitely not an actor. That said, I loved this movie, dude. I mean, come on, man. We get an entire boatload of would-be immigrants get blown away in the beginning, and then we cut right to fan boats. I mean, dude, I was like, I'm in. Let's go. I was all about it, dude. I loved it. The problem was that, like, I'm so shot from working that I actually fell asleep like 3/4 of the way through the movie, and then I woke up and Code of Silence was playing, and I was like, "Oh wow, dude, Dennis Farina's in this movie." I was like, "Oh cool, what's this now?" And then I was like, "Oh, this is another whole."
I mean, you gotta log a death for that. I think, man, you can't wake up in another
Definitely
movie.
we're gonna log a death for that for sure. So, at any rate, it was obviously an abridged watch for me, but I enjoyed the hell of it. I took some notes, like, let's go. Let's do it.
So you never circled back and watched the rest of it? You just like accepted the second half of the other movie?
I didn't have time, dude. When I sent you that message and I was like, I need a few. I had literally just woken up 5 minutes ago on the couch. I was like, and I was like looking at the thing, and I was like, oh, this is cool. Dennis Farina's in this, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute. I was like, what is
wait,
this?
what?
Like,
wait, time to record a podcast.
No, that's what I did. I go, oh, like all the lights were off, like, because I started watching it at like 5 o'clock, and then like I was like, oh, this is a different movie altogether, and then I was like, oh, whoa. Oh, we got to record the show like right now. And that's when I like ran in here and like was like, I need a minute, dude. And I was like saying goodnight to my kids and then like, whatever. Here we are.
I love that.
To be fair, I finished the movie 10 minutes before we started. So
hey, you finished it though. My favorite shows are where you don't get through the material, Kev. I just think that's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, it was awesome, dude.
He wasn't driving.
I was if I had 30 minutes, I'd have wound it back and like watched the end or watched the the rest of the end because it was like a chunk. Yeah, there was like a chunk I missed, like and then like I caught like a couple minutes of the end, and then I guess I nodded out again. Sorry.
It's the best high level ever. I really enjoyed it, and then I only watched half. Sick.
There's a lot of love in that half watch, though. I'll tell you what.
Totally.
You can't enjoy that.
Fell asleep watching the movie.
But I mean, like, there's fall asleep watching the movie, and there's fall asleep watching the movie, wake up in another movie, and then it takes a while to figure out that it is another movie. Like, that's pretty good.
And then realize that you have to be on the mic and like.
And then realize you can't go back. There's no turning back.
That's good. No, there was
because Chuck.
So how was how was the end of your movie, Kev? Talk us through how it seemed to end for you. Like what, how does the plot threads come together for you? I want to hear what happens.
Well, the way the plot threads go is that they're just blowing the shit out of everything, man. And then like every other scene is just like more absolute destruction. And then Chuck dials in those two, the Mac 10s hanging from the shoulder harness, which was just so awesome, man. So 80s, so good.
Gotta have a shoulder harness for your tiny machine guns.
Exactly. And so like there's like a dude like rolls in with
at will.
Yeah.
I was thinking about Benny, because like that guy walked into that office and he had an Uzi or I don't know, it was an Uzi or a Mac 10 maybe, but he had one of those small submachine guns, and it had like the super long, Kurt Willis silencer barrel on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Chuck, Chuck pops up from one of the cubicles, and he's got the double Max hanging from the shoulder harness, and he's all
pew, pew.
And then pew pews until they run out of ammo, and then I think that was it. I think that's where I crashed out.
And then Dennis Farina
again.
came in and solved some crime.
And then I woke up, and Dennis Farina's like slumped against a wall, and I was like, dude, sweet, Dennis Farina's in this. I was like, this is probably like one of his first movies. And then I was like, oh, there's that other like Chicago guy that's always a cop. And then I was like, oh, there's that other Chicago guy that's always a cop. And then I was like, wait a minute, the mob's in this? I was like,
When did they go to Chicago?
And then I was like, why did he just call him Danny? And then I was like, oh, this is wait. And I clicked the thing. I clicked the little pad, and it like showed me the timeline of the movie, and then it showed me the title of the movie, and I was like, oh, this is a different movie. I was like, cool.
There you go. I love it.
And then I was like, I gotta go do this show. Wakey. Anyway, yeah, that's my story.
So they're micro Uzis, not Mac 10s.
Nah,
that's what they are, micro Uzis.
Yeah.
I like that,
dude. I didn't even know that. I don't think I've ever heard that, bro. That might be a death.
And Golden Globus, they're Israeli. They're guaranteed to get those Uzis, man.
No doubt.
Right,
Mossad hookup.
Micro Uzi death.
The Uzi 9mm.
The micro Uzi death.
I hear you on the presence thing. Like he just kind of like stands there like a lug, but it kind of
I want
to
to talk about that too.
Know? I don't know. It's like Swayze without the swagger and Roadhouse. Yeah, like a tree. Yeah, kind of like a tree. Like he's like Treebeard from the Lord of the Rings or some shit, but he kicks people.
Right.
It's like a tree that'll kick you in the fucking face.
Exactly. No, it's accurate, dude, because his acting is extremely wooden. So there you go.
Yeah, no, there you go.
I think you're right. I think, like when all that whole like thing came out about Chuck Norris, like Chuck Norris's beard has a beard and his beard will kick your ass. Like that, this era of films is what that was born out of, right? It's like he does have a presence. Like he just rolls in there and he's like totally he's badass. He's ready to go. He's going to give you a roundhouse kick to the face. Just with very little acting ability. And then it doesn't even really matter, he's super, super nonchalant about any and all forms of action and destruction. And I'm here for it.
Yeah.
There was that scene in the bar where the guy's like, oh, you buying or selling? And he's like, I'm just looking. No, you got a whole business here. And he grabs his hand with the beer and he just squeezes it,
Crushes it.
Just crushes it, all calm, cool, collected. And he's like, yeah, I think I get it now. And he walks away. Like that's essentially Chuck Norris in a nutshell. Like
that is, yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to fucking clown you and walk away.
Yeah. If he had been like one tick lower, I could call it low energy, and then I think that would take it to a whole nother terrible level. You know what I mean? But he's not there.
No, it's just intensity.
Because he's got
pure intensity.
Because he's got the Chuck intensity, man. The beard intensity.
Yeah.
He does whisper his death threats, though.
He does.
I think for me, it was
it's like the Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
He is kind of like the Grim Reaper. He would have been a great Grim Reaper in like Bill and Ted's. I mean, no shade.
The Beard Reaper, bro.
Old mate. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I just like that. Like he gives so little of a fuck that he'll show up at his court appearance shirtless with a sleeved double denim kind of vibe going. Like he was in his handcuffs there, like
totally
with the vest top thing going on buttons. Yeah, 6 schlitzes. So I don't know, fucking. I mean, that's just like that's some serious fucking swagger right there, bro.
I mean, he's riding airboats, wrestling gators with a guy named Joe Eagle.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, he's got to have his Native American buddy, right? Yeah.
Yeah, his main mode of transport is a freaking fan boat, bro.
It's so sick. And his main dietary, he's got a pet armadillo, and his main food is fried frogs.
The goofy armadillo in the swamp.
He's such a catch, man.
I mean, for somebody who's known for kicking, frogs might be the ultimate diet, because
that's true.
Fair enough.
Right?
Fair enough.
It's a spirit animal.
I like what you did there.
There's some fucking lore, Benny.
Some deep cut lore, bro.
I just really liked it. It was very John Wick. I feel like, John Wick caught some of this vibe where it's like the dude comes to his house in his suit and he's like, we need to get Rostov. He's like, I don't give a fuck about that shit. Leave me alone. And like, he's just like out chainsawing fucking wood really badly with his shitty chainsaw. And then Rostov's dudes show up and like pick a fight, like kills fucking Blood Eagle dude or whatever. And that's the same as like,
Blood Eagle.
Wick's dog.
Totally.
Blood Eagle.
He's just on a tear.
And he just burns him down with the house. Like, no thinking about getting
I
medical
love
help.
it.
All right, fuck it. Turn the lantern up, burn everything. I'm out.
Boom.
Goofy
Yeah.
armadillo.
I'm done here.
There you go.
But I think the thing that like kills me is like Rostov's minions all come out and shoot like 100 rockets and like sideways M16 shoot up the house and like kill fucking Blood Eagle. And then like he lights it on fire and he gets in his fan boat and he goes like half a mile to the bar. Like he doesn't even like go to fight Rostov. He's just like, I'm going to stop off at this fucking crawfish container and get a fucking spot of crawfish and drink some fucking beers. You know what I mean? It was so funny.
Yes,
dude.
I do. That is the most like, I'll cry when I'm done killing scene. You know what I mean? Like it is. You remember that, dude? Do you guys remember that from GTA Exploder? It was like like a trailer for like a fake movie that always, that was always coming on the radio, and that was it. And that was sort of a collection horsey over of like 80s action movies, and like that scene is exactly what that is right there.
But it's also like a little sprinkling of like Blade Runner, Noodle Bar, like neo noir kind of thing. Like it's a
little bit, man. I just love it. Like it's just so the trope. Like it's what became the trope. It's like the dude wakes up in a pile of rubble, realizes that his dad is dead or whatever, Blood Eagle is dead, and then he's just like throws him on the soiled mattress, picks up the lantern, and then he's like, I'll cry when I'm done killing, and then throws the lantern on the thing, jumps in the fan boat, and freaking pieces out.
Gets the fuck out of there.
Goes and gets the truck. Keys are on the windshield wipers, bro. So good, man.
I don't know.
And then in the restaurant said Joe Eagle's restaurant, so that was Blood Eagle's restaurant, bro. I wonder what that was like. Probably serves frogs only. Yeah, that's what it said.
Gonna eat frogs in honor of you, Joe.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat some frogs in honor of you, Joe.
Now that I'm thinking about it, what happened to his pet armadillo? They didn't kill it, right?
No.
He burned it.
We did not.
Like,
we were not. We were not privy to that.
Poured some lighter fluid on. I was like, "See you, buddy." Yeah,
fuck it. I'm gonna fucking burn you up, Blood Eagle. Fuck it.
Can't even walk down a flight of stairs. You're fucking dead to me, armadillo.
You're
right?
fucking going to Valhalla with Blood Eagle.
There you go. He's in Valhalla with Blood Eagle. There you go.
Yeah, man.
No, he's like, dude. He's like, there's some milk left in what's left of the porch. I gotta go kill.
He killed him for knocking over the milk jar, the milk bowl. Do armadillos drink milk? Like, what the fuck?
That's what you get for knocking over the milk bowl.
I kind of feel like that's the kind of thing where they're the can and they're like, he needs a weird pet. What should we get? It's like, well, we're in the Everglades, so obviously an armadillo. It's like, all right, get me an armadillo. And then they get the armadillo handler in there and he's like, all right, we need to set this thing up. It's like, armadillos need milk, man. We need to get a bowl of milk for an armadillo.
Armadillos for like desert creatures.
Exactly.
Totally, dude. The absolute wrong.
That's why he was falling all over the place. He was
creature.
dying in the Everglades. He's like, it's so fucking muggy here. What the fuck?
That's the wrong biome for a creature like that.
But that's such a Chuck Norris thing to do. Like he got a pet armadillo in his last adventure and brings him to the fucking Florida Everglades because it makes total sense.
He's foreshadowing Texas Walker Ranger.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He's got a crocodile for a pet in that one.
Yeah.
No doubt.
No, does he?
Totally.
I totally missed out on Walker, man.
No doubt.
You brought up the guy in the suit. So I got a couple of gripes of Marv with this movie, and that was one of them.
Okay. Was
that it's in Florida and it's in those 80s polyester suits. Like
Dude.
I was itching watching these dudes. I was just like, oh
no doubt.
God, uncomfortable. I just
been hot as shit.
Yeah, and especially 80s polyester. Like, that shit was like scratchy. You might as well just do like a fucking sackcloth on or something.
No doubt.
Running around in that heat like it's nothing. That got on my nerves.
Wow.
I love how much of like a sartorialist you are. You know? That fabric, man, I'm telling you. That's great.
Yeah, it just, man. Like I just saw it and I was just like, because I remember like an Easter suit as a kid, man, how bad that was in April, you know?
No doubt.
Flashbacks.
And all the Johnny Laws in here were kind of suited and booted. Like the Fed definitely had the like follow the Fed suit, but the other cops were pretty funny.
Oh yeah,
all secret fucking squirrel. Give me all the VIN numbers on them trucks. Well, you gotta be 40 years old, Chief. Well, you're gonna have a lot of work cut out for you, then, aren't you?
Oh, you mean the dad from A League of Their Own? Totally, dude.
Is that who he was?
Yeah, he was the dad of Marla, the homely girl that made it on the baseball team.
I love how deep your knowledge of that is. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty
dude,
solid.
As soon as he popped up, I was like, bro, dad from League of Their Own. Hello.
Straight away.
Yeah, totally, man. And then we also, of course, had Father Frank Jr. as the CIA guy, on the rowboat out in the middle of the night, dude. He takes a rowboat out to Chuck's little Everglade wonderland, and then randomly shows up at another spot while Chuck's, while his beard is eating.
Yeah, frogs.
Frog tacos.
Dude, that honestly is disgusting.
What?
Like frog legs or whatever, like that's gross. Frog tacos, what? Like honest, what?
It's just meat, dude.
I know, but like if you handed me a menu and it was like, quesadillas, frog taco, I'd be like, oh fuck, give me some of those. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, dude. How much different from fish tacos could they actually be? It's not like it said blood of a live kolar beast on the menu.
I would eat blood
I
of
could
a
see
live kolar beast tacos. They get me virile.
Okay.
I love the dramatic zoom of the camera every time it moves.
Can we talk about the invasion and how fucking ridiculous it is? Because it is so fucking ridiculous.
Yes, please, let's do it. Go.
Can I just
take it away?
Start with no, it's just a small thing. I'm looking at the movie poster, and it's like, Chuck Norris is in the center of the poster, and then there's like a bunch of like tanks and like, soldiers and Hueys flying around, and to the left of them is like the U.S. Capitol building. And then to the right is like fucking the New York skyline with like the Twin Towers. Like this fucking took place in fucking Florida. Like,
no,
this
it's like the Florida Keys.
Anywhere else but like Miami fucking Dade County. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, you're right, dude, because this is like a super like questionably B movie, dude. So
it was a very localized invasion. It was more like
invasion local invasion. Yeah, right. Exactly. Invasion FLA.
It'd be like if terrorists decided to like invade Nantucket,
Right. Exactly.
Dude, I would watch that.
I would watch it too, man. But yeah.
Invasion ACK.
They did have some they had some talking heads that were like, and the terrorists' activities are all over the country. Can you just imagine like the 50 guys that came in just like road tripping around, blowing up a random house with a bazooka, and how like random that is, it's just so random. And I fucking love it.
It's super random.
I think that was one of the greatest scenes in the movie where they just roll up. It's Christmas time. I get to put the star of the tree, and they just start blowing shit up out of like they talk about all these plans, and I could imagine a checklist: random suburban neighborhood, blow the houses up, like
just drive around,
dude. God, that was easily the best part.
But I think
and like the teenagers making out in the car. He's like, I gotta go home, Bobby. He's like, just 5 more minutes. It's like, like 10 kids are around the car. Like it was such a like weird thing.
I want to bring that back to my high level with that, man, because
the third high level.
3 instances, right, where if you go back to the beach, they're out there making out, and also Nico shows up. right, in dress shoes on the beach, which is another fucking gripe I have, because you know there's sand in his face. He shoots
And
them.
a well-founded gripe.
He shoots them right before they're about to get it on. And side note, watches the TV and laughs. Then you have the scene in the neighborhood where the teens are making out, surrounded by all the kids playing around Christmas time, which was weird.
Yeah.
And then they show up and blow shit up. And then you go to the Cuban party where the young dudes are trying to hook up, and then the cops show up. Right. So there's that. That's why I said, man, like Chuck Norris he's helping teens get laid because the communists don't want that happening.
They're cock blocking, dude.
Yeah, they are.
They're fucking with it. That was the plan. That's the invasion plan, is to cock block and therefore slowly decline of American population. And eventually the empire will collapse. Like, yeah, it totally makes sense. That was the plan.
Through a series of attacks to cock block teams.
I just love the 4 landing boats worth of people coming off onto the beach, and then the cops. I just think it's so funny. Like this, it's the fucking things that they do where they're like, we're gonna get 4 landing boats with trucks and guys, but then we'll just leave the boat so that people know that a bunch of people landed, because that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like all of the stupid shit that they do. I just fucking find it so amazing. Like, we're going to dress up like cops and shoot up people so that when the real cops show up, they get mad at the real cops and we start a riot. Like, okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Wasn't a very well thought out plan, man. It really
No, I mean, look,
I liked that it wasn't.
The beach assault was, obviously World War II surplus. Like, those boats were ancient, dude, like you could just hear the groaning and the creaking when the doors are coming down, and then like outpours like a literal horde of like just the weirdest looking goons
Random
ever.
works.
Like, you've got like extras, right? And then you've got like a level, and then you've got like 50 feet of crap, and then you have like what those guys are. You know what I mean? They were just like weird looking, man.
They're going to take over America with 80 people.
No doubt.
Exactly. From trunk slice to everyone.
Oh, yeah, there's a better poster of Invasion USA, which I think is a little bit more apropos.
Ooh, I
Evergladesy.
like that, man. Yes, I love that. Very cool, dude. Very custom. Got the fan boat right behind him, dude. Exactly as it should be, bro. I love
That's
that.
when you know you made it. You get a fan boat and another
Sure.
They did a great job in setting the tone of the violence, though, from the beginning. 'Cause, instead of just slaughtering all the immigrants, he took it upon himself to be like, "Welcome to America," and everybody starts cheering, and then they gun him down.
Yeah.
Rustov shooting Billy Drago in the dick and smashing the Coke straw up the girls. He shot the other guy in the dick too, man. Later on in the movie,
Yeah.
I just love that he took the time to put the gun in the guy's pants, then shoot him in the dick. You know what I mean?
dick
Like,
off,
that was just
It's
great.
very RoboCop.
threw the girl out the window.
Oh, yeah. Good stuff.
The Coke straw
Billy
too, man.
Drago.
Like,
That was rough.
That was
rough.
harsh. That was harsh.
it was harsh, and also it wouldn't kill the girl. I mean, I guess it's that old like trope from the 80s of like, getting the nose bone into the brain thing or whatever, but
God
But he
damn it.
threw her out the window for good
he
measure.
threw her out the window. Yeah.
Then she
oh
died.
right, he did
Yeah.
throw her out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Exactly. Still screaming. Like, I mean, I will say that like this was like, I mean, there's like some goofy action and some goofy violence in this, but then there's like parts of it that are like legit violent. And I was like, damn, dude, that is like,
Yeah, it was.
it's
Yeah,
like
it was
that scene was
very
like,
actiony.
I was like, wow, okay.
Dude, when he throws her out the window, and you could see the guy who plays Rustov just staring at the window as he's watching her go. I was like, in slow motion. That was actually really kind of cool, man.
Yeah, dude, Richard Lynch, man, that guy's no joke. He's great.
He was great.
When the fake cops were shooting people, that was brutal as hell, man.
Yeah,
Like, they just started they pulled the shotgun, just started blasting everybody. I was like, oh shit.
But even at the end
visceral.
of that scene, it's like cuts between the guy deciding whether he's going to shoot the girl who's like cowering in the corner like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
It just like puts you in that lady's experience. We're just like, is he? Isn't he? Is he? Isn't he? This is kind of fucked.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
just,
yeah.
Puts it away. It's
But
really
then-
going
then
for
they
that like
counterbalance.
red panic, red terror shit though, or whatever.
Exactly. They were
absolutely,
definitely preying on
man.
those fears, man. But then they counterbalance it with the rocket attack on the neighborhood and the mall fight. You know, like that just absolute buck wild ridiculousness versus that kind of violence, which I thought was pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
So good, dude. Massive explosions, man. Love it.
Yes.
The
I feel like you
hallmarks of a
wouldn't
great
do it
80s
anymore.
act.
Sorry, go ahead.
What? No, you wouldn't do what anymore? Have massive
Just like
explosions?
I feel like it would be a little bit too digied out, or maybe it just wouldn't feel as real. But like, I like the idea that they found a mall that was going to be demolished, and then they were like, "Let's go fucking cause some trouble," you know, or like they found a neighborhood that was going to be demolished, and then like it fucked it up. Like it really
and a
is,
neighborhood.
like,
Yeah, that was so great, man. You know,
it kind of
they bought all
scratches
the
that
houses
itch
and
as like
blew 'em
a
up.
12-year-old boy like going and like, you know, lighting little fires or fucking setting off fireworks, you know, like where like you got to go and smash up a fucking neighborhood. Hell yeah.
No, I mean, look, it works great, dude, because like when they're in the neighborhood, like, I mean, I remember like I read that actually before I got to that scene, and I was just like, and even when the scene went off, I was like, damn, dude, you know, like it looks like it's really impactful, you know, and and you know, Richard Lynch is just like super ruthless as Rostov, man. So it really hit hard. It was great.
Yeah, totally.
Well, the end of
Just
that
standing
scene
in the
when
back
they
of the
were
truck,
showing-
bazookaing each house, like it was awesome, dude.
And the total lack of reload was amazing too.
Yes.
Absolutely, dude. Come on, bro. Nobody is reloading anything in these movies, bro. Come on.
No, it's so good.
But the aftermath of that
Infinite
scene
ammo.
was actually
Yeah.
actually
Infinite
really
ammo.
cool.
Cheat. Check. Right?
Showing the people dragging off like the burnt families and whatnot. Like that was kind of like you had all that ridiculousness, and then they actually showed a bit of like the humanity of what had just happened.
There was a
you know?
lot of that, yeah.
Which I don't know if that
it definitely
was
added
on
weight to it,
accident.
and like it was interesting. It was well done for whatever reason.
Yeah, it gave a gravitas to the scene after again the non-reloading rocket launcher attack with
did,
the cool
yeah.
goggles, the cool 80 goggles. 'Cause
I
you
love
had that
like little
for no
Cindy too,
fucking
though, like
reason.
that family moment where it's like, you got to put the star on last year. He's like, well, I'm older, and the dad's like, it's time for dinner, you fucking knuckleheads. And Mom's like, dinner's ready. You know, like it's the most classic shit. And then I love the fucking balls of the girl to go back out. She's like, I'm putting that fucking star on, cunt. And just climbs up the ladder, you know. Like, all right, bro.
Oh, so good. Yeah, you gotta love
And she
it, man.
survives. Like the neighbor pulls her out and is like, oh my God, Cindy.
I love a good Chad reenactment. It's become a hallmark.
I mean, it was
favorite thing of mine.
And it's the like Florida Christmas too, you know? It's like 85 degrees, you know? It's not snowing outside.
Mhm.
Kind of like it's very otherworldly.
Definitely. It's
Florida
definitely
Christmas
otherworldly.
sucks.
Florida is very otherworldly in many ways.
No doubt.
So that tracks.
When Chuck Norris was riding by Skid Row, getting yelled at by the hookers and the pimps.
That was amazing.
Yeah, dude.
Everyone was
Great.
giving him shit.
But I was half expecting like a Naked Gun type of scene where something ridiculous was going to show up as he keeps going on. Because it was
Yeah,
like, you know, it was the
that's
hookers,
fair.
then it was the pimps,
Yeah, that
then
would've
it was
been
the bikers, and then I was like waiting for like a group of old ladies with purses to
Yeah.
start hitting his car.
Dude in the
Some
gorilla
shit.
Totally,
suit.
totally.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I'm feeling that.
Right before he goes and hides in the closet like the boogeyman and attacks
He
that
just didn't
dude.
give a fuck, dude. I love that. He's just like driving along. Fucking dudes are all smacking out his
Fuck you
car. and
looking
shit.
at?
I mean, when you're that much of a badass, though, it doesn't really affect you. You're just like, I'm going to go where I
No.
want and do what I want. And if you say anything, you're going to get a roundhouse kick to the face. Beard food.
I will
you know? I mean,
say
come
that
on.
I appreciate that there is no love interest. It's just the chick being like, "Hey, cowboy," and he's just like, "What up, bitch?" You know, like as he goes.
Not even, dude. She says, "Hey, cowboy," and then she looks back and he's gone mysteriously.
Yeah. On the beach, she's just not there. I love that. He just steps out of the frame and like, okay, and action. Hey, he's gone.
Dude,
All right.
the only nugget that I thought was worthy of even repeating of the terrible selection in the nugget section was that Chuck Norris wanted and heavily lobbied to get Whoopi Goldberg in the role of the reporter.
I'm here for that.
Okay, so well, there's more. So he wanted her in there so badly, and Joe Zito was just like not having it, dude. And because of that, Chuck never worked with Joe again.
I love it.
And they had done Missing in Action the year before. I was just like, wow, that's kind of intense, man.
So I don't know enough about Chuck, but did he ever work with Whoopi Goldberg? It sounds like he had a thing like he wanted to work with Whoopi Goldberg. Did he ever?
I guess he did. I don't know. I've never, like, in any sort of universe, I've heard of him having any connection to her. So I don't know. It's kind of.
I kind of love that.
In an
That's
alternate
bizarre.
universe, there's like a Stop or My Mom Will Shoot with Chuck Norris and Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, dude, totally.
Dude, that
Can
I would
Whoopi
totally
Whoopi played his
watch
mom.
That, yeah.
I'm into that.
I would pay to see that. Man.
I would too.
Now you talked about the Nuggets not being interesting, and there was something I think with what I actually did find interesting was that Cannon took over the editing of the movie, and they got rid of all the backstory and side characters, and they wanted it to focus on Chuck. And they said it kind of made it more episodic, and I kind of agree. Like, if you were to split this movie up, it could almost be a web series. Like, just those little...
You could, yeah.
Like, vignettes of, like, Chuck Norris, like, just showing up when the terrorists are there. Like, you know, he's got the radar, and he's just like, oh, they're at the mall. And, like, I would have subscribed to that, like, something on YouTube, like, showing up every week, this week on Invasion USA, you know?
Yeah.
Dude.
Like, all those scenes.
Oh, we need to make that, man.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. I mean, I just thought it was funny because, like, in the first 15, 20 minutes, I started getting a little bit bored, so I ended up opening up Nuggets and was kind of reading them as I was watching it, and I came across that, and reading that they cut basically every other character out of the movie, then I think that kind of let me enjoy the movie a bit more, because it was just nothing.
Good.
It was
Good
just
for
action.
you.
Well, it just in the sense that, like, I wasn't expecting anything other than just action, because it's like, all it is action. It's like, oh, okay. Well, now that I know that's what I'm getting, like, I can just kind of go along for the ride. But because even
It
the
was an
reporter
action smoothie, for sure.
she barely says a fucking thing. She's like, I'm here again. I'm the 17th time I've been in the right place at the right time. No explanation for it.
Come on,
Take some
guys.
pictures. Like, it was funny.
Getting the stink
Right.
eye from Dad from League of Their Own. Totally.
Exactly.
But I think if you broke it up, that kind of, like, because otherwise the movie's just a series of Chuck Norris thwarting the terrorists, like different scenes.
That's
You
all
know
it
what I mean?
is.
And,
Yes.
and I think if you broke it up like that, it's like, you know what it reminded me of when I started thinking of it like that was on The Simpsons, right? You see in Kev's eyes. Where
You're speaking
they
my
have the
language.
whole- if you take all the McBain snippets and you play them together,
Oh,
it's like
Somebody did that.
it's
They're
supposedly
great.
yes.
Yes.
So it kind of creates like a movie, and I was like that's
does.
kind of what this is. Is like they took like a whole bunch of like snippets and threw it together, and it's like okay, Chuck.
It
killing
is like
terrorists.
it is like the McBain snippets. Yeah, somebody actually did knit those together. It's great to watch the whole thing.
McBain.
In
Let's get
fact-
silly.
No,
Totally
I won't do
is.
it right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch
man.
it now.
Totally.
All right, we got to talk about the mall scene because that was fucking glorious.
Dude, the mall scene is so good.
Chuck did his own stunts,
So
clinging
action.
to the side of
so
the fucking
80s,
car on
bro.
that.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, he's clinging to the side of the car. I mean, he bashes through the front, Blues Brothers style, and just fucking hops out and just starts shooting everything, driving over terrorists. Then he gets out, and then he's fucking clinging to the Nissan. Then what's it called? News girl shows up, and I love how the two Karens run up to the pickup truck with the terrorists. And
Yeah,
they
like, you
yank her up,
motherfucker.
and he drags her for the fucking ride. He drags her for the whole fucking chase. Like, I was like,
Yeah.
this guy's committed
Only
to
in
terrorizing this one woman.
He is
But only
man.
in
He
Florida
was
would
very
those two
funny.
girls have run up on the truck like that, man. I love that.
I don't
it was
know.
great.
That was like prototype Karens, man. Those were prototypes
Yeah,
right there.
And it was shit blowing up everywhere, mad explosions, dude. I love how every single M16 in this movie has a grenade launcher on the bottom of the barrel, dude. Every single one.
As it should.
Just the sheer commitment that the terrorists had to holding on to the Karen.
That was
amazing, my arm would have gotten tired. I would have let go of her a long time ago. I'd be like, all right, you're out of here.
Micro Uzi.
And Chuck makes it a point to save her. He's like, grab her.
He
grab
saves
her.
her, man.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, God damn it. Okay.
Right.
I mean, that was just, and the fact that it was Christmas. Mister, you dropped your package. You dropped your package. And he's
so good.
to the mall.
Excuse me, sir.
And that mall was fucking packed. You know, like when you think about like how that was set. And he just decided to have a car chase shootout in the middle of it. That was, I mean, that kind of sums the movie up, and it's like ridiculousness, you know, as a whole, but like why it's so good, you know, because like that's like typical B movie fashion. It's like, let's take something really cool Christmassy and let's do something fucking ridiculous. And let's have explosions and let's have shootouts and fuck it, let's have a car chase. And then, you know, it ends with a grenade blowing up in the car. Like it's...
Why have I never heard of this in the list of best Christmas movies then? Because like everyone's always like Die Hard, Die Hard, Die Hard. Like, come on, dude. Like
this
you
is
of
a
all
Christmas
people
movie
can
for
fight this
sure.
corner.
I am on the boat, man. Actually, I'm on the motorcycle that I think
You're on the boat that
might
got shot up.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm on the boat that ran aground.
Fan boat.
Yeah.
Oh,
on the fan boat.
Sorry. Yeah, it's a fan boat. Yeah, that's better.
That's right. No motorcycle for this movie. Fan boat. And where I think that this could be considered a Christmas movie, much along the
I think that
Die
it
Hard,
can.
because Christmas is very huge in this. You know, it just doesn't have the Christmas punchlines, you know?
Yeah, it really should.
I know, but I kind of like that that's Norris's thing, that he doesn't have the puns in there, you know? Like Stallone and Schwarzenegger already had that going. So for him to just be like, you know, so stoic is kind of like his thing, man. Just let the beard do the talking, bro.
Yeah.
When they were going to blow up the church, and he's like, it's not working. Now it works. Boom. You know,
Yeah, dude.
nothing clever. Nothing clever or
With a
funny.
stupid little wire. It's like as if that would fucking work.
He missed
I
it the
love
first
that.
time.
Yeah.
It was and the second time it is. Now it works.
He's-
Oh, you guys forgot this?
He didn't
Push the
need a
bomb on
power
top of the
source.
car.
He's just electric.
He's electric. Boogie,
He's
woogie,
the
woogie.
power source, bro.
I kind of feel like I nothing against Richard Lynch as Rostov here, but like I kind of wanted like a Simon Gruber, Jeremy Irons kind of thing, you know, where he's like really fucking smart and sassy. So like I feel like a Jeremy Irons Gruber could bring like the Christmas sass without having to like impinge on Chuck Norris's stoicism here, you know?
I get it. Yeah, I get it. But like, I mean, in the annals of like, I mean, I don't know. Those were 80s villains too, but like, I don't know. Richard Lynch is super 80s, bro.
He's pretty awesome, man.
And super
Yes.
B movie too. So like, you know,
B
I don't know.
movies, tons of TV shows. Yeah,
And his face is so distinct and so kind of evil looking. He's perfect.
he was that guy of the '80s for sure. I want to go back
Totally
to the
that
mall
guy.
thing really quick and say
Please,
that
let's
my
do
favorite part
that.
about that was that suddenly, like a scene or two later, Chuck Norris is driving his truck again, and I'm like, how the fuck did he get his truck out of the mall? Like,
Yeah, right.
like he didn't leave the mall. Like he drove the truck into the mall and then abandoned it to like, you know, fucking hop in the car with the reporter. So like,
Sure.
what, he went back to the mall and like, was like, all right, excuse me, hold on, I'm going to back out of here. Excuse me, sir.
Totally.
But it was also Blood
And
Eagle's
he's-
truck too. Like he wouldn't have given a shit about Blood Eagle's truck.
I mean,
No, it would have been great if he did give a shit about Blood Eagle's truck, because it was
I
Blood
guess.
Eagle's truck, bro.
He
I
summoned
mean, you
it.
know, and the myriad of improbable things in this movie, like for some reason that just shows like, how the fuck,
Come on.
That
how
guy,
did he
that
get
guy.
his truck out of the mall?
Wait, with the myriad of improbable things in this movie, I got really stuck on this improbable thing.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
it
I
was
did
called-
enjoy the like dress shoes at the beach bit. Like, there's definitely some cool things to gripe out on here.
Sure, dude. 100%, man. I'm just hacking a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I
love
didn't
it.
think about that, Ben. How did he get his truck back?
It's like the mall is closed. It's a fucking crime scene. And he's like, excuse me, sir. Do you think I could get in there and get my truck out of there?
Exactly.
I don't know what happened. I don't know why it's in there.
He's an ex-CIA agent, Ben, and he's not a regular CIA agent like he tells Father Frank
He's a
Jr. to go
beekeeper, dude.
get. You know, he's exactly. He's like a beekeeper level agent. You know what I mean? Like, and remember, one of the best lines in the movie. Remember, I work alone. I was like, yes,
except for your armadillo.
You know.
You should have let me kill him. Now he's your problem.
Hang on, Father Frank Jr. With no affectation. Remember, I work alone. Nailed it.
I love it.
So good.
So I have another question gripe that kind of goes along with what Ben's. It's not so much about the truck, but when Rustov is having the nightmare about Chuck Norris, right? And
so weird.
And he wakes up, then the guy Nico walks in and he's like, "Oh, you had the dream again?" Which makes me think, is Rustov confiding, "Hey guys, listen, I have nightmares of Matt Hunter."
Like, how you doing,
dude. So
really
if I'm screaming and waking up in his sweat,
nightmares. Yeah.
He's kind of vulnerable in that moment.
Yeah, I know.
I
There's no way the Soviets are talking about erotic dreams about Chuck Norris or Americans,
whispering death threats.
That was super weird.
But I do love, you've
did
got
you
a
have
fucking...
an erotic dream about Chuck Norris again?
He's like, again? Oh.
Yes, no.
Me too.
Right?
You gotta love the thing at the end, though, where they walk him
pants.
on his perp walk with the fucking double denim thing going on, and the reporter's like, "Do you have anything to say?" He's like, "Yes, I do." He's like, "It was easy to get Nico, and now it's your turn." And the guy just smashes the TV. I love how stone cold it is. Audience of one, stone fucking cold, man. It's so fucking good.
So good, yes. This movie is awesome, man. I just love it. It's so ridiculous. The
more we
action,
talk about it,
it's
the more
just,
hyped I get.
I know. It's God, the damn the explosions, man. It's just such good 80s explosions. This is like Commando level explosions. You know what I mean? When I think about 80s explosions, I want to see a balsa wood building go up
100%.
in an explosion that's 3 times bigger than what it needs to be. And that's what it's like, in the mall, there's just freaking shit going off everywhere, dude. It's great. Drives
100%.
into the mall with the truck, dude. Shit exploding all over the place, dude. More explosions, more driving, punching somebody while they're riding on the car. It's great.
It was one of the rare instances where Golden Globus actually gave more money to a film.
I read the same thing, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Go ahead.
They saw the dailies and they were like, "Oh hell yeah, we're putting more money in this." They never did that. They were notorious for cutting. Yeah,
I know.
So I think that kind of added to it. These guys are getting
the
cash
last
thrown at
sequence,
them,
dude, where they baited them all into fighting the army was there was one shot that was up on top of a building or from a helicopter, and there were 6 million fucking extras running around, dude.
Totally, dude.
Yeah.
It was
a lot.
Reveal.
It was great. I mean, go ahead, Ben.
No, that was me. I was saying the reveal when Chuck Norris.
Yeah,
It was all a setup, and he comes out with the rocket launcher.
I don't know.
I mean,
it just
that was more
explosions. There's something about this, man. It's I don't know. It's totally it's stripped out 80s action, man, and it's solid for that.
But it ain't nothing else.
Yeah, for as bad as it is, it's as good as for what it is.
That should be written on a fucking stone tablet. For as bad as it is,
say that again.
As good as for what it is.
Yeah, as bad as it is, it's good for what it is. I mean, I think back to when I saw the Expendables 2 in the theater, and I'm in the urinal, and suddenly this guy starts talking to me. He goes, "Could you believe?" First of all, I'm like, "Why are you talking to me when I'm at the urinal? You fucking weirdo!" And he's like, "Hey, you believe that movie?
Totally.
It's all explosions and this and that." And I looked at him. I said, "What the fuck did you think you were walking into? Were you walking into a human drama love story? It's the Expendables."
Oh my God, dude! Right?
And that's this movie. If you walk into this expecting a film, you're a fucking idiot. Like if you walk in and be like, okay, this is just going to be ridiculous explosions and suddenly the guy's got his truck back and, you know, nothing makes sense, but it's fun anyway. You know, that's exactly what it is, man. You know,
people wear their dress shoes on the beach.
I agree, man.
Yeah.
Dude, you know, it's funny you brought that up, man, because I had the same experience when I went to see Expendables 3 on Nantucket, and like it was so good. It was so funny. It was like it's just you cannot take those movies seriously. Like you're supposed to not take it seriously. It's supposed to be just like fun popcorn, right? And like I was laughing, man, and I remember getting a couple of stink eyes, and I was just like, why is nobody else laughing at this movie? It's just so good, you know? Like, and everybody was all, boo, fucking sucks, you know? It's like, get over it, man.
And it's a canon film.
Thank you. Exactly.
Anybody who knows anything about the canon films should know what they're getting into, man. You know?
I agree.
They didn't put out Shakespeare in Love. I'll tell you that. You know?
No, definitely not.
It took me a minute. It took me a minute to get into it, but I got into it.
You know, but I understand, like, you guys not having nostalgia of Chuck Norris and stuff like that. And, you know, I think back to, like, going to the video store. And I'm not even talking about, like, Blockbuster. I'm talking about, like, the mom and pop video stores.
Yeah, the old ones.
Where they had
man.
The adult movies behind the saloon doors and stuff like that, you know? And just, like, they had, like, the canon section. And, like, just when this came out, I was just like, hell yeah, you know? And it was just something like, I didn't even see this on, you know, hey, Beastmaster's on or whatever like that. Like, this was something like we'd cop and we'd rent and we'd just be like, yeah, this is fucking stupid, you know? And also growing up, you know, with that whole Red Scare of the 80s, you know, that kind of had the nostalgia for me as well, you know, because that was real palpable for me as a kid, you know, like
I agree, me too.
Kid came to our school and found out he was Russian, and we were all meeting at the lunch table like, yo, he's a fucking spy, you know? Like,
totally.
And this poor kid just came, his family emigrated, you know, he wants to have a birthday party, and we're all planning, like, we're going to go through the house, we're going to find the radio equipment and shit like that, you know? Now,
oh my God, dude.
Fast forward, this kid he's not a kid anymore, but he works for the Treasury Department.
Guy.
You know, but I mean, it kind of like, you know, I like to watch it in that sense and just, you know, and now I laugh at it, you know, because I look at how the you know, the saber rattling and the Red Scare was and just how much that was pertinent in entertainment. And if you look back at a lot of the Stallone and Schwarzenegger films, it's there as well. Yeah. You know, but even like this one, in true B-movie fashion, you know, it all starts with cocaine. So they had to go to the drug exploitive thing, you know, and total. I love Billy Drago, man. I love Billy Drago.
Same.
And
He's
I gotta
so
say,
weird and creepy,
for such a small scene, he was so good, you know, for just playing that fucking creepy guy. And did you notice he had 3 phones? Right, he had 3 fucking different phones set up, man. Like this guy was like, no. If there's a drug, he's gonna have some more serious shit than just one phone. He's gonna have 3 different, you know, lines.
Totally.
You know, but I mean,
man.
like
three rotaries, yeah.
Oh no, they were push button. And there were 3 different colors. That was the crazy shit.
Okay, nice.
I think it was like red, white, and I forgot what the other color was. I think it was black.
Oh, that crappy green color. That's a classic.
But it played a lot into that whole, especially being in Miami with the cocaine, you know, which didn't go in. Once the Billy Drago scene was over, that was it. No more cocaine drugs, you know, like it was, just enough.
Yeah. No, I agree with you, man. I mean, like, you know, love it or hate it, dude, like Red Dawn at the very least, like when you see, like the thing about it, like, you know, like Milius is so like all about like realism, right? So like, you know, when you see the soldiers parachuting in and like you see like the battle bits, you know, like forget about like what the kids do for a minute. Like when you just see the bits of like the Soviets and the Cubans invading, dude, like it was like, I remember watching that and being like, dude, this is kind of freaky. This is like what it could be like. You know what I mean? Because back then you didn't know, you know what I mean? And like the possibility of that happening was like a thing, you know? So, yeah, I feel you, man, 100%. This sort of has a little bit of that vibe, too. Definitely. Like, more on the, like, kind of Cuban kind of tip, I guess. Like, the B-movie version.
You think about that movie The Day After, you know? Like, that was The
Day
it was
After.
the ABC TV movie where like the Russians nuked the U.S. Like, and I remember that shit. That gave me nightmare.
Dude, that's a deep cut, bro. Wow.
I couldn't watch it past that scene. Like I know there was more to it, but like I watched the first hour and it's like, nope, I'm scarred. I'm good. You know.
Yeah. Totally.
And I think that holds though to this day.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I think it holds to this day. Like part of the nostalgia is like having lived through the Red Scare. You know, seeing cars with the "Kill a Commie from Mommy" on the car, you know, on the bumper sticker and stuff like that. And it's a time capsule, if you will.
It is a time capsule for sure. There's nostalgia there, even though it's not like, you know, good nostalgia. It is, you know, whatever memory anyway. But like, have you ever? I keep telling these two guys to watch it. Have you ever watched The Americans?
Yeah, that was a great show, man.
Oh my God, dude! It's so period perfect because it takes place in the '80s and it's like Russian spies. It's like it's so good, man. Same thing there. Yeah. That
was an excellent show. Was it Michael Reese is the guy's name, or Michael?
Yeah, no, Reese is right. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's
and
a
Carrie,
fantastic
Russell.
actor, dude.
Yeah. Oh, so good, man. Such good TV. Yeah. Anyway.
But the hindsight now is it's so unbelievable, you know. Like you guys are freaking out about nothing.
Sure.
You know, like,
of course.
Yeah, sure.
It's only with hindsight.
But I mean, that's kind of the fun of it too. You know, like it's like a scary movie. You believe the boogeyman could be under your bed when you're a kid, but then when you're older, you're like, it's fucking stupid.
The boogeyman sunning himself in a Speedo, listening to the radio. That was a funny little scene, man.
What was it? And the amount of tanks they had at the end. That was definitely some of the budget. But they were so jam packed on that street where I was like, yo, if one of them fired that cannon,
jam packed.
It's over.
I said the same thing.
You thought that, right, Ben?
I was like, well, if they got to get out of there, they're fucked.
That's a major traffic jam. Well, I just like the one baddie shot his M16 or Uzi or whatever off, and then like 6 million fucking troops shot back, like all the muzzle flares of the U.S. Army. It was just like tank fucking this and rocket that and 50 cal this. It was so funny, dude.
There was a lot of overlapping firing, man. There would have been a lot of dead U.S. Army guys because they were shooting.
No doubt.
Definitely.
No doubt.
Did you guys notice it when we talk about not reloading, but I will give that in the final scene. Chuck does reload the micro.
One, I did see him put a clip in that one time.
What?
Yeah, he did.
What, like in the mall?
No,
in the cubicles.
When you were asleep. When you were asleep.
Yeah, you actually were asleep.
No, I remember. No, because I remember when he ran out of ammo in the cubicles, and then he takes the harness off, and then picks up the M16 with the grenade launcher on it.
Oh no! You got to correct yourself. He didn't drop the micro Uzis. He laid them to rest. They took a point to really focus on him. Putting them down on the ground carefully.
Reverence. With reverence. Yes.
I was like,
extremely reverent.
Screen time for that, man. All right.
You gotta give props to the plot of like I just think it's like the weakest sauce invasion, and then he's like, here's my plan, and hands like a napkin to the Fed. He's like, they'll never go for this. And then, like, the plan is to get, like, the heads of every fucking state and agency all to come down to the war zone and meet. And then all the bad guys show up, and there's not a soul to be found. Like, there's, like, a couple of minutes of them just walking around shooting up empty rooms, you know? Like,
yeah,
it's
absolutely.
so funny.
But they were slick in getting armored truck vehicles. I thought that was actually kind of cool.
That was pretty slick.
I was like, okay, cool, man. I see what you did there. I have a gripe with that last scene too. When Chuck gets the M16 after he lays the Uzis to rest in reverence, and he gets the M16 with the rocket launcher, grenade launcher at the end, and there's the two guys behind the door.
Yeah, he shot.
He fires it once. And he waves the gun, but there's two separate holes where the guys.
I was very confused by that.
that took me out of the movie right there. I was on board until that happened. Then I was like, all right, this is bullshit.
Then you're done. You turned it off. Then you started the next movie like Kev.
That's right. That is what happened.
Exactly. I feel like we're firmly in bits and bobs territory here.
Sure.
We mentioned the shooting, the second dick shooting of that other like Montoya, Thomas Montoya, I guess is the guy's name. Like,
yeah.
Where he just gets shot because he's like killed the messenger. You know, like Hunter says it's time to die, and then he just freaks out and blows his dick off. It's like, oh, you poor bastard.
So violent, dude. So violent.
There was the at the mall scene.
They both did it, though.
Well, I mean, I think that set the tone for Rustav. He's like, I'm going to shoot you in the dick.
Like Hunter did it too. Like when he was questioning guys, he would just light them up. He'd be like, "You gonna talk to me? No. What about you? You know, like he just didn't give a fuck. Nobody gave a fuck. They were just laying waste."
That was actually pretty cool about it, though. There was no like good guy side to Chuck Norris, like, you know,
no
conscious. Nope, you're a bad guy. You die. You know, what was it? At the mall scene when they're outside and you see the security roll up and then they see what's going on. They're like, nope. They turn right around.
They noped out.
they noped out. They fucking,
I mean, that's fair.
Straight U-turn.
That's good.
In their little trike. I was like, oh, that was pretty funny. That's about right. You had a couple of tropes in here. When Chuck Norris meets the guy in the bar, more than a couple,
right?
But besides, you owe me for saving your ass and insert location here. You know, like I was like, oh, that was taken from the Tough Guy Handbook.
He said, "Wait, say that again. What does he say?"
When he's talking to the guy in the bar trying to get information from his friend, and he's like, you know, that comes at a heavy price. He's like, well, besides, you owe me for saving your ass back in like Nicaragua or something like that. You know?
Oh yeah.
That typical trope.
Yes, it was. Yes, okay, yeah. I forgot. I kept thinking about the bouncer or whatever with the crushing the hand with the beer bottle. Yeah. You're right. That was very super tropey. You know, it was like his old CIA buddy. Oh, that whole scene was like super proto-trope-tastic, man. Absolutely.
The Star Wars bar in Miami. You know,
no doubt.
Very much.
A busload of kids with the bomb. I thought that was pretty funny.
It was.
They're singing "Row, row
guys
your
lose
boat."
this one.
See, now this is where my love for Hong Kong film.
Yeah,
I'm going to go on a bit of a cul-de-sac. Is in a Hong Kong movie, if they put a bomb on a bus full of kids, there's a real good chance that bomb's going off. Like in an American movie, that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
but there's like a Jet Li film.
Sure.
There's a Jet Li film where the very beginning, right? There's a bomb, you know, on a busload of kids, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna. Oh no, he doesn't. Oh fuck, they all blew up. Shit.
They're all dead.
I was like, that's how this movie's starting. Oh, okay, you know. But of course, Chuck Norris blasted through traffic, grabbing it just in time.
As you do, in
You
a
know,
sick truck.
With the fastest countdown.
Yeah, right on. I think, I don't know, the only one I was thinking of was like how ridiculous the helicopter part was, you know? Like, it's like, you know, like they do like a decent job of making it look invasion-y, you know? Like there's just like dudes pouring out of vehicles and like, you know, just guns going off and all this kind of thing. But like, I don't know, it's just kind of, it's like the helicopter lands and like Rostov and like his flunkies get out and they like run to go do whatever they're doing, right? And then it's like there's just like, you know, trucks and guys and explosions. Then all of a sudden, like it's like it's like slow walk around the corner of Chuck Norris, you know, and he's got that look. And there's just like the pilot, like it's not like Rostov or any of the important people in the invasion are there. It's just the pilot, right? And Chuck Norris is like glaring at the dude, you know. And then he pulls the rocket launcher up and just blows the chopper up. It's like, okay.
I honestly didn't even register that happened. There was so much explosions going on that until you said it, I hadn't even considered that.
Right.
Oh, the slow load and the glare, just like
it's just like it was just so dumb. It was just kind of like, okay, now the helicopter's blown up, but like the dude's still down the road, bro. You know, like I don't know, man. It's just weird. Whatever.
It's funny.
Yeah. The bitch, Bob's weird thing.
I mean, you gotta give a shout out to the bazooka off at the end.
So
Yeah, right.
Grenade launch.
Yeah, that was a little crazy.
Bazooka showdown.
I was like, when the bazooka shot hits Rostov and then he blows him out the side of the building, it was kind of slow-mo, and I was like, I just want to see if there's like body parts, and there were like legs and shit and like blood.
Sure.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
It's like a
That's fucking great.
mannequin head kind of tumbles out of the left-hand side of the window at one point. Yeah.
Totally.
I did dig the like the slow-mo like hip throw that Chuck gives Rostov.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
when they're doing the sort of the Office kind of like little cat and mouse thing, you know. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then I think like one other like totally ridiculous one was like he's like, you know, running around in the office and he's got like, you know, like a boot knife, right? And he's got it like on the back of his belt, right? Not like scout style, right? Not horizontal, like vertical. And I was like watching him run around. I was like, this is so ridiculous, dude. Like that. When you put a knife even on your hip like that, it totally impedes your movement, man. And it would hurt like hell if you were trying to move around and do all that stuff. It was just so ridiculous. And then, of course, he pulls it out and dispatches somebody.
The dude when he's got no bullets left, dude.
Totally. Got it.
Do you wear a knife like that when you knife fight, Nick?
No, I usually... It's funny. It's a legit question, but when I have a hidden knife on when I'm fighting, I actually stash it in different places because guys are watching where I put it. But my new thing is I have one of those neoprene gun holsters, and I'm a rather girthy gentleman, so it's nice and snug. So I stick knives in those, and they hide under my shirt. So when I get into like a grappling match, I abandon my weapon and I just start pulling knives. But sometimes I get lucky. And these guys come onto the field and they got their training knives like on their hip. And I make it a point to steal their knife and stab them with it. So.
That's good.
You got to teach them the lesson, right?
Yeah. Well, and then I throw the knife at them and they're like, oh, now it's even. And I'm like, nope. And then I pull out 2 more knives. So.
Teach you for bringing a knife to a knife fight.
There you
That's
go.
Hey.
Hold on. I'm ejecting for a second because we were talking about the Rustov death, and apparently Canon Films did the Death Wish sequels 3 through 5, and in both Death Wish 3 and Death Wish 4, it is death by rocket launcher. And interestingly enough, Death Wish 3 came out in 85, the same year as this. So,
What? Really?
but the one in Death Wish 4 is the best. But I just threw the YouTube links in the chat there for you guys.
God, dude, I can't
your
get
own
over
perusal.
Trunk Slice. That's really funny.
Trunk slice.
Dude, yeah. The bazooka off is just, I mean, like, it's just like the logical conclusion to this movie. There
Well,
has
the
to be
movie's a bazooka
strong
fight.
bazooka call down, you know?
Sure.
I can't recall a film that probably has as much or more bazookas in this film. Like,
No, you're right.
grenade launchers. Like this
No,
is
right.
dude.
So many bazookas.
This movie is the king of bazookas and mounted grenade launchers on M16s for sure. No question about it.
through my head. Not a Rambo, not a Schwarzenegger film had this much going on like that.
No.
From the what's it called? Attack on the Gator Shack to the very end. It was just a rocket launcher after rocket launcher.
Straight up, yeah. But no RPGs. There wasn't a single RPG.
Nope. They were either
Just straight up
bazookas or
bazookas.
the mounted machine guns.
Mm-hmm.
Which one you watching, Kev?
The one with the old guy and the lady.
That was great.
Micro Uzi in the back. Nice. Gotta love that. Oh, a lot of blood. Tight. Very tight. This guy's about to get dispatched hard with a grenade launcher, bro.
Death Wish 4 is probably the best out of the
Dude, hold
batshit
on.
insane.
Oh my God! Wow, that was sick.
I love how you baited him into ejecting.
Oh, you did.
I took them with me, man. I ejected to pull those up.
He did. He was like,
All
"Yeah,
right,
these
all
are
right.
really cool, man. You should check them out." No, don't worry about ejecting, Kev. Oh, that's a death.
I lured you into a
Dildo.
death. You died with me. Actually, you guys, speaking of deaths, I have a very funny death that happened off the show, and it
Oh,
involves
whoa.
expertise.
Whoa. We'll
So-
be the judge of that. Okay, go ahead.
Oh no, this is a death. So first of all, expertise expresses his regrets at not being able to come here. But he was
We
prepping
know he
for.
hates this movie. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
he was just like, Jesus, Marv,
I
did you
don't-
pick this one? I was like, no, they asked us to come on, and so as he sent this to me today, he goes, quick anecdote for the podcast. He goes, he opened up the Tubi app to fire up Chuck Norris this week and get ready. So he throws it on, he's watching it, and he's like 25, 30 minutes in, and he's like, yo, there's no Chuck Norris. It's just assassins hijacking a plane. So he starts fast forwarding. He's like, Chuck is just hanging out in the cut, and he's like, where the fuck is Chuck? And he finally closes it, and it was Delta Force the whole time.
Nice.
So he died because he was watching the wrong movie.
Well, I mean, to
Very
be clear,
nice.
that also happened with one of
Ah.
our co-hosts. You know, like
There you
That's
go.
true. All right.
So-
I'll
don't
I'll
feel
give
bad,
it. I'll
Kev.
give it to him. I'll give it to him for sure.
That's the first expertise death, and he wasn't even here.
love it.
I thought he had something else. He's just racking them.
Wait, so I think we
that's
are
good.
in deaths then. Really, like there's no nuts.
Yeah,
These all
we're
suck, right?
we are nearly there. Yeah, we're nearly there. Nearly there.
I mean, there's
I
not a
would
whole
say-
lot to milk from this film there.
No, there's not. I mean, Chad, I would definitely say that this movie qualifies as Tubby for Freedom.
Just chubby for freedom. It is. Yes.
It's totally Tubby for Freedom, dude.
100%.
All right, so moving on to NDR, we already kind of expressed our best nuggets already. There's really not a whole lot in there. And then moving right along to deaths, pretty good showing. Correct me if I missed anything. I obviously fell asleep watching the movie, then woke up and it was another movie playing, and I confused it, and then I was like, I had to jump up off the couch and get to recording. That's a total death.
Totally.
And then I had the micro Uzi death because I thought those were Mac 10s. That I should have known that. And then Nick had he ejected on Canon Films, and then I ejected on Death Wish 4 with a bait from Nick, which is pretty tight actually because I didn't see that coming.
It wasn't planned, but
And then,
it was well enjoyed.
No, I know. That's what makes it really good is that it wasn't planned. And then Expertise, who's not even here, had a death from watching the wrong movie, dude. 25 minutes of the wrong movie. That's really good. I like that. Yeah, that's good. Anything else?
No, that was it.
Okay. No, for deaths, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I was loving the Cabbage Cat.
Mhm.
Keep looking.
It's pretty good. Yeah.
Sure.
Is that your cat, Higgs, or
Oh, Cabbage
But-
Cat, yeah.
yeah, Higgs? Is that your cat, or
No, not my cat.
No, it's
No.
a rando.
It's pretty fun.
Actually,
Definitely.
I don't know if this is a nugget. I've been sending you
Go.
guys the things on Instagram, but there's been a slew of Chuck Norris AI of him just like roundhouse kicking people from different movies, in different scenes and stuff, and they have him in the Invasion USA style Chuck Norris with the double denim, which I think
Nice.
is pretty
And the
awesome.
feathered hair. That was
Yeah.
one thing I didn't mention was how awesomely feathered his hair was. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
But I just thought that was great. Out of all the Chuck Norris they chose Invasion USA Chuck Norris. He's like a secret
Hell yeah.
character in the video game you unlock, you know?
It's the iconic
It's pretty iconic. Like it's exactly how I picture him.
feather mullet, Canadian tuxedo.
Sleeveless
Yeah.
denim. It's the
was
sleeveless
good.
that really sells it, you know.
what
Totally,
made it.
man. But it's
Just
just
remember-
I don't know, that feathered mullet is so sexy.
Just remember, Chuck Norris's dick has a dick, and Chuck Norris's dick's dick is bigger than yours.
That's it. That's true.
Chuck Norris's dick is dead, bro.
Oh my god!
All right, beat Chuck.
Right on.
I never heard that one
Okay,
either.
so recommendations. Of course, we would.
I mean, yeah, I
recommend this
think
movie.
I
would-
think
I
I'm so much more hyped
1000%.
after talking to this. Like, it's so dumb.
Dude, it is, but it's so great. It's
On
like it's
purpose.
totally like fuck yeah, America. It's totally like just it is so 80s action movie, dude. It's just great. I love it, man. Just freaking shit blowing up everywhere as it should be. With Chuck Norris. Go see it.
Yeah.
I would second that, man. I mean, just go into it knowing like it's ridiculous and it's funny, you know, unintentionally so. But you know, and it's not poorly done. You know, I would say that. Like, there was like nothing where I was like, oh, you know, I saw the strings on that one. Like it was, you know, the explosions, people dying. I mean, like everything was, I don't want to say like accurate or whatever, but it didn't look like stupid fake or whatever like that. And it was just rootin' tootin'. No, you know, the whole time it was just kick ass. I think it's America in a nutshell, in a time capsule. You know, watch it with a grain of salt. You know, today's woke culture, some people may find, you know, certain things like, oh, you know, but it was for what it was in America's time. It was just a fun film, man. And it was the nice transition where Chuck was moving into action films, but never quite reached it, you know, where I think anything after that, like his action stuff kind of, yeah, I liked it. I recommend it.
Love it. What about you, Benny? You recommend? Are you?
Do we sway you in
hard
any way,
no?
Ben?
Yeah, I don't. You know, I think this could potentially be very entertaining if you're in the right headspace for it. Which I don't know if I was, or I definitely know I wasn't for this particular reviewing. But
So Benny, I got a question for you, because like
yes,
you're like the least on board with this movie, and that's cool. No, and I appreciate that. Like I love how like we all kind of take different directions it takes. What was like the one thing that kind of like, I don't know, irked you or rubbed you the wrong way about this film, other than Chuck Norris's wooden acting?
I don't know, just the, you know, the invasion FLA aspect. You know, like it was just like, okay, there's just like a random crew of like commie terrorists showing up to blow shit up in Florida with no motive. I don't know. I just like in the right headspace, that's amazing. In the wrong headspace, that's just like,
Oh
I don't
no,
know.
man, no.
I was hoping
Absolutely.
that I was going to be able to like, you know, MST 3K this shit at least, you know, like find this, you know, like find it really funny. And like, I was just like groaning the whole time I was watching it. So I don't know, maybe in a different headspace, I would enjoy it more for what it is. You know, it's not like I was expecting like a masterpiece. Trust me.
Sure.
You know, I was expecting some schlock, but it just like, it wasn't the flavor of schlock I wanted at the moment.
Fair enough, man. I had to pick your brain on that, because I think with the whole thing with Chuck Norris, you know, passing, and I'm appreciative, first of all, you guys asking, you know, me to come on with this, is that he gets so tied up in that whole thing he did with Bruce Lee, and there was more to it than that.
Yeah.
And Walker, Texas Ranger and stuff like that. And I think that this was like a good call, because it is one of his more schlocky kind of, you know, B movie, but enjoyable and stuff like that. I do suggest for a little bit more of a balance, definitely Lone Wolf McQuade, you know, because you got
Bro,
David
Lone Wolf
Carradine.
is freaking great, dude. Yeah.
He drives in a car
Is
and
that the
the
one where
license
he
plate
drives the fucking power charger out of the dirt?
Yes,
Chugs
I
a
am
beer
certain
to
that that
revive
is the
himself.
movie
That
that,
is it.
was
That is it,
the
dude.
inspiration for Walker, Texas Ranger as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I mean
Because that's what
on
he is
same
in the
level.
movie. Yeah.
And it's got more martial art, but it's still got that balance of the action and stuff and shit blowing up. Chuck is running through machine guns, throwing.
Dust.
Yeah,
that-
But the scene, yeah, and he has the what's it called? He has the hose fight with the girl, his love interest.
Is that what they call it now? I love it.
Wah, wah. No, he was out in the yard, and I don't know, he started spraying her with the hose. It was after the sex scene, so I guess it was innuendo. Okay. I never thought, thanks for ruining a childhood memory there, Chad. You know, I thought it was like innocent.
That's my job.
Innocent nuance, but there we go.
Had like a water balloon fight in the backyard. Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
I just stepped away for a minute because someone knocked at my front door, and it turns out it was the Jehovah's, so that's why I stepped away.
Dude, they came to my house today, too.
Really?
It's a coordinated attack.
They heard we were doing a podcast on Chuck Norris, and he does the devil's work, so they're coming after us.
Chuck Norris turned out to be like a super Christian in his later life, man.
Hey, man, he found it, I guess.
You know, I'm not going to lie. My old boss at the martial arts school, he had a black belt signed by Chuck Norris. And I would be lying if I didn't think of ways to like just make it.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
I'm not a devious person, but it's a black belt signed by Chuck Norris, you know.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, but dude, if it's somebody else's black belt that they earned, dude, there's no way I could ever take that.
It wasn't the black belt he earned. He just got it at like this martial arts seminar thing that Chuck Norris
like a random black belt? Okay. Yeah, sure.
I mean, I'm pretty positive, like in the afterlife, like St. Peter would be like, I get it. You're okay. Don't worry.
You're fine. Don't worry about it. Can you give it to me? If you give it to me, you can come in.
Yeah.
St. Peter would take it off you.
Yeah, and then roundhouse kick me.
That's it.
So you yo, awesome, bro. We got to hang it on the gate, man.
Totally. Exactly.
Jesus, look what I got for heaven. Check this out. No way, bro.
You sent us over some tracks, man. You want to give us an update on how things are going on the new album, dude? Because I was really digging the tunes.
Yeah, man. So we are working on volume 8, such as it is. And for those savvy listeners, all 12 of you, you'll realize that the last album we released was volume 6. We were recording volume 7, and it just became so much that we split it into 2 albums. And volume 7 is a very dark and hard body album that we wanted a winter release date, so we missed it. So we were just like, fuck it, we're just gonna go to 8 because
nice, okay,
spring summer release.
It's cruisy, dude. The tunes on 8, so that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, if you hear like how we went from 7 to 8, you know, like 7 being as dark and I mean that, like there's stuff that I was saying that I was like, I'm probably gonna get shot for this. And like just it was, you know, look at the state of the world, you know, and the Stallones have always been very reflective and reactionary to what's been going on, and pretty sure the world will still be fucked up in 11 months. So, but you know,
good chance.
When we emerged from that album, we, you know, it's a lot more personal stuff. Not to say that we've never been personal, but like it's a lot more thought provoking. In what we're speaking about, it's not just us randomly spitting bars about how good we are. It's a lot more piano driven. You know, we were talking about that pregame. You know, like where it's got a jazzy feel, but it's not a jazzy album.
It's not jazzy, but it feels jazzy.
It's something you play late at night, man. It's something like you play late at night,
fair.
like after a long day, and you just kind of like want to just like I think back to like when I was a kid. And I would come home, and it's like, I can't even watch the film anymore, but like Dazed and Confused, when the kid would just sit with the big headphones on and stare.
Yeah.
And I would look at like album covers and stuff, and it wouldn't even be the album I was listening to. Like I still remember looking at the Iron Maiden Power Slave album and like just staring at that album cover for hours, poring over it, you know? And that's kind of like the vibe we have for this album, where it's like, you just got a big pair of headphones on, you're sitting on a beanbag chair, staring into your lava lamp or whatever.
Staring at your black lights.
Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
And I think we really hit something cool with this. And you guys had said it best, like, we'd make a lot of lateral moves, you know? And it's definitely something, it's got some spiritual DNA from Volume 4, but whereas Volume 4 was like a much more frolicky you know, I don't use the word. X is going to kill me that I use the word frolicky, but you know, like upbeat and stuff. Like he's going to call me. He's like, motherfucker, I don't frolic, you frolic. You know, but where I think like 4 had like a bit more of an upbeat vibe. I think you know this one has it as well, but it's a lot more pensive approach and the feel to it. I mean, like there's some shit talking tracks. Don't get me wrong. Like you know,
yeah, I mean, Stallones, he got to do it, right?
We're gonna pop some shit pretty hard, you know, here and there. But I think with just the overall vibe of the album, it's really coming across as something that's gonna really hit well for like the good weather, you know. And I think it's
agreed.
It's weird to say.
I was jamming
like
on it hard yesterday, dude. So yeah, totally.
You were and it's like you were telling me your track that you liked was "It Only Gets Worse." And
dude,
and I had even said to X, I was like, yo, Chad's gonna love this one. And I almost sent you something, a copy of it like a month or 2 ago, and be like, here's your new favorite Stallone track. Because
dude, it's so good. I listened to it like 10 times yesterday. It was just like I just kept hitting play on it. I don't know. It was like there was like that flute in it, and I was like, Jethro, my fucking tull, I love that flute.
Yeah, there's you know, even we have the pianos. There's a lot of like strange instrumentation that comes. You know, Goji Rock always comes with some weird shit.
Goj killed it.
It's like you know, like I said, this album was actually recorded as part of 7, and
yeah, okay.
You know, we just started noticing like, all right, this taking 2 separate directions, so we just kind of split it. And you know, we and that's the beauty of it now is like we have so many instrumentals to work from. I think Goji's up to like 420 or something like that.
Jesus.
Just stockpiled instrumentals. Like there's a Goji Rock instrumental album actually in the works. It's going to be like 20 tracks, and it's just like the tough thing is like finding the stuff that me and X don't want to spit over.
Yeah, you don't
like,
want to spit verses on, right? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So we have to find the tracks where it's like, no, Goj, we're never going to rap over that. So, you know, use that for that. But like not giving him the garbage tracks, you know, and not like he makes them, but it's just trying to create a certain feel, and it, I think what's great is about being an independent artist like we are, everything in house. We can make that decision to be like, well, we're going to release 7 after 8 because we don't like the time of year it's coming out. Because those are things we actually take into consideration. Like the weather's nice. You don't want like a fierce album talking about like, you know, what's wrong with society. You kind of want to be out there and enjoying the weather, whatever, you know, and have different things to, you know, get your vibes off of, you know. So we were able to pull that out. So it was an interesting conversation. We're like, yeah, our album order is going to be out of order, but who gives a shit, you know? 12 people who follow us, you know?
It's very EBD, you know? We're always doing the second movie first.
Well, yeah, you guys always do the sequels before you do the original.
First, yeah. No, I ended up actually watching the new Springsteen movie last night after Invasion USA, which was kind of fitting in a way. And it was same. Like he was on a high and was like, fuck y'all, I'm just releasing this like way more laid back Nebraska album or whatever. And it was same, you know, like I have a lot of time for artists that are just like, you know, fuck the commercial shit. This is our shit, you know, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, I suppose, commercially, but like artistically it works. It's like, it's what you want to put out. It's the vibe that you want to put out in the universe. So I totally here for that.
Sure.
It's the good thing about being an independent artist. Cause like we do it.
Yeah, exactly.
We pour over it, and expertise is super meticulous about like the track listing. And that is a good thing, you know, because even just getting the tracks in a certain vibe, he's already thinking like, well, this one goes into this.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a lost art, I think, in music because, you know, with the Spotify algorithm, it's all about singles and appearances and stuff like that, where, you know, I think with the Stallones, if you go back and look at our stuff and you see like they're very cohesive, you know, like Pink Floyd's a huge influence on me musically in that like those albums all would like tell a story, like Killer McGillicuddy, Disciple of the Blade. Like you play that beginning to end, that is a cohesive story of what we're doing out there, you know, and
100%.
You know, we take that into account, like of pockets in the album, like, okay, this one's got a laid back feel. We're going to lift it up here and we're going to pull it back here. We're going to end on this point, you know. I think that's a lost art, you know, with the whole mixtape generation in hip hop.
Yeah.
Just listen to me yell about how good I am, and
sure.
here's my love jam and that, and hopefully people pick up on that.
Totally, man.
Kev, you'll be happy to hear this. There are talks of a sequel to Killer McGillicuddy.
Nice, dude. Sweet.
We are thinking about maybe an EP for that, possibly.
Sweet, dude.
Fuck
Let's
yeah.
write some voice stuff. Let's do some voice work on it, dude. I want to do some more voice work on it.
Are you going to remember you're on the tracks or no?
Sure. This time I will.
I had a question for you, actually. It might not even really have an answer, but how do you decide who goes first? Who gets the first verse?
So, actually, there is a bit of a formula to the Stallones. If you notice on certain albums, we have first of all, like our albums, X is always on the left on the cover and I'm always on the right. Like that's something we have just stuck with us. And on the odd albums, X starts the album off. And then on the even albums, I start the album off. That's like the only set thing we have.
That's cool.
As far as how it goes, a lot of times, one of us, like, it'll be like, yo, do you like the way the second verse comes in or the first verse comes in? Is that how you want to approach your vocals? And we'll talk about that. And then sometimes we both don't care and we'll just have the vocals and we'll just swap them out, whatever feels better.
Whichever. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's no set rhyme or reason to it unless like one of us is like, no, I like the way the beat comes in on here and my verse fits to it on this part, not on the second part. So, okay. Yeah, no problem. Whatever like that. So it's never really an issue. Like, and a lot of times I'm like, yo, do you want to go first or second? And 9 times out of 10, X is like, I don't give a fuck. The exact words, Jay. So, I mean,
just don't say frolic and we'll be fine.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely getting shelled for that. So, when this gets released, I'm getting a text. But no, that's a good question. Cause I think some people, they just like whatever. And, we actually listen to how it sounds on the track, and which way it flows better or the energy hits better. Or sometimes like he'll have something that'll not necessarily build off of my verse, but solidifies mine and he's able to like springboard it or vice versa. So we take that into account as well, Yeah,
interesting. I'm super hyped for it. Do you guys have anything timing wise? Or are you still kind of nebulous because you're wrapping some stuff up, or what are you guys thinking?
So the album, it's going to be about 15 to 18 tracks. I would say this album is about 3/4 in.
Nice. So summer feels pretty realistic. Cool.
Yeah. We're thinking June, early July. We're trying to just not overdo it because sometimes like it's like this album could easily be 20, 25. It's not get lost in the sauce here. It's nice to release a 20-track album, but in reality, with people's attention spans, a lot of tracks get lost in the cut. And we look at our Spotify plays.
Sure.
And sometimes it's disheartening because you look at something that's like, yo, that's like, I think our best track and like,
you just don't get to it. Yeah.
300 listens. Yeah. Because they're so inundated
doesn't work
by
that
things.
way. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So we're looking at trying to keep the track listing tight. Moving forward, we're probably going to release a few EPs to kind of just be a little bit more consistent in releasing stuff, but also keep it tighter, you know? So, I mean, we're just recording. Like I said, like 7's pretty much done. Like that's 95% done. We just didn't want to release it at this time for that. So, there's definitely going to be that project coming down the line, but 8's been an interesting one, man,
Yeah, dude, I'm hyped. I was really digging it yesterday.
Yeah.
Cool.
I hope you guys dig this one.
Sounds
man.
good.
Yeah.
So far,
is it cool with you? We stick something at the end just as a taster for peeps.
Absolutely, man. I would suggest
my favorite track.
We'll pick the track.
Your favorite track, but I'm just saying, Gravy Train. Gravy Train's got it's got Chevy Chase. It's got Bill Murray on it. You know, just for the audience, right. the little nuggets.
I don't think that was one of the ones that Kev shared with us, so I'm gonna check that one out.
It's in the folder. You know what? Let me pull the folder.
Yeah, no, I can see it in the folder. Yeah.
It's in the thing.
4 of them in the WhatsApp channel.
Yeah, no. The WhatsApp. If you go to the chat.
No, I did. Yeah, I'm just saying the ones that I listened to yesterday was only 4 of them. So the folder you shared, which I have now, has the 5th one, and I think Gravy Train might be the one that I didn't see yet.
Yeah, X wanted me to put that one in there. So they're all going to get released at some point. It's not like
they're all banging.
It's not like a wrinkled shirt. Don't look at me.
Sure.
Well, word, dude. Yeah.
No, but
excited
I appreciate
for it.
that.
Word,
we should do like
dude.
a mini or something, or get X to pick a movie that he doesn't hate around the time.
Yeah.
Let's do that. That sounds fun.
No problem with that. I'm sure he's got some stuff lined up.
Cool.
You'll hear him barrel me for using the word frolic.
Sure.
Awesome.
Cool, man.
Awesome,
man.
Well, thanks for coming on, dude. It was great to have you again.
Always a pleasure to come on here, man. And always love vibing with you guys and talking flicks and
totally.
Chuck Norris, my wheelhouse, man. My wheelhouse.
Karate Commando, bro.
Good, good stuff, man. R.I.P. Chuck, legend, dude. Absolute legend, man. Love you, man. All right, so that's it. We're gonna do thanks to Marvelous for coming on. Next week, stay tuned. We got another guest. The incomparable Pyburn is coming on, one of our Turbo fans. And we're doing something special. So
that's a secret squirrel.
So John had I can say what we're doing, right?
No, I didn't. Right? I thought you might have been secret squirrel, but no, go for it.
No. So John had suggested that he loved how in the original Ninja Turtles movie, they, like the movie plays and then they go and they watch Critters. And he thought it would be great to watch the Turtles movie, and then when they go into the theater, watch the entirety of Critters, and then finish the Turtles movie. So that's what we're gonna do.
That's what we're doing.
So watch. So that's what we're gonna do. So watch the original Turtles movie, watch Critters, and
we're doing an Inception double feature.
Yeah, exactly. Buckle up.
Bitch,
so
I'm in.
That'll be us with John Pyburn next week. Do not miss. And that's it. Thanks again for Nick for coming on. R.I.P. Chuck. I'm out.
See ya.
Thanks, fellas. Appreciate you.
Bye.
And that's going to wrap up this week's episode, folks. If you'd like to check out the show notes for this episode, you can do so in your podcast app, choice, or at our website, epd.fm/episode/346. If you'd like to support our great endeavor, you can do so by contributing directly on Patreon, which a number of you have done, and we appreciate that greatly. You can also tell your friends, family, and loved ones to check out our wonderful show. And you can rate us and review us. One of the people that's rated us and reviewed us is sitting right here with us tonight.
Fuck yeah.
And we really appreciate that. And it helps us grow the show. And that's it. If you want to join us on social, Instagram, @EBD Podcast, that's where we lurk. That's it. Thanks for joining us for Nick, Marv, and Invasion USA, a tribute to Chuck. And we'll see you next week for the insane-sounding Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Critters, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with John Pyburn. That's it. Thanks so long for now, folks.
It's like a Grateful Dead show. Ninja Turtles into Critters into Ninja Turtles closer.
Oh my God. I have not heard that annoying shit in so long. Thanks for traumatizing me.
Scarlet Fire, bro.
Help on the way into your body is a wonderland. Into
Totally, man. Fucking Dark Star, but it was live and I was extra baked into Super Bonesy Terrapin Rider. Shoot me in the fucking face.
Shoot me in the dick. Chuck Norris.
beady.
Yeah, for as bad as it is, it's as good as for what it is.
lessons resonate, you know who I be. Still got this shit up in my IV, me a more. Before the leads, Theodore is an order restore. See me soar within mountains, rivers, and cliffs. So my epiphanies, I see Griffin shivering countless glyphs. Infinite amount of ifs, don't blink and nap. I got dope stacked and shrink wrap, pouring out my thick cap. The basement, I'm ingratiated. My hunger's insatiable. I break it down till it's emaciated. Seal the hatch while I hack through the thatch. This is match grade ammunition, leaving pats and disattached. Put into crescents. Incessantly rep the essence. Expertise, casual incandescent. Stallion. Snap like they slap the back of a strap stallion. My mental's a strap battalion. And I find the elixir in the mix below. Give a brother his roses. I tell Moses to fix his flow. About hip-hop, I rarely joke. Funny thing about it is, as a child, I barely spoke. Ironic how a couple knuckleheads bumped the spread, stuck to the land and became iconic.
It's a real nice surprise. Just a real nice surprise.
The name's ironic how a couple knuckleheads bumped the spread, stuck to the land and became iconic.
It's a real nice surprise. Just a real nice surprise.
What do you want to risk? You have everything going for you. You're on a gravy train with biscuit wheels.
Sometimes I wonder how the hell I got here. Cause I never should have survived through all that years. The kind of stuff that still put the sand in your gears. Give your pops a heart attack and put your moms in tears. Stay closing down the bar till they ran out of beer. My peeps tried looking out, but I wasn't gonna hear. I'd rather be my car off the sidewalk. I ain't proud, slumped to sleep over the dash with the radio loud. Waking up behind the wheel and driving off to the spot. Then my boy hopped in the ride so we could go and make the drop. Flying line by line with no intentions to stop. In the after hours, George following off through the cops. Ain't nothing but slop, grilling back from my reflection. Just a lot of wasted talent and no sense of direction. Another lack of conscience to make the corrections. A whole lot of girls, but no women make connections. Even with the good intentions and the dash and charm, I kept putting myself in the direct path of harm. Looking for love and calm, but only living in doubt till I defuse the time bomb and I claw my way out. The name's ironic how a couple knuckleheads bumped the spread, stuck to the land and became iconic.
It's a real nice surprise. Just a real nice surprise.
The name's ironic how a couple knuckleheads bumped the spread, stuck to the land and became iconic.
It's a real nice surprise. Just a real nice surprise.
If I woke up tomorrow with my head sewn to the carpet, I wouldn't be more surprised than I am right now.